Hey guys, you better Glasgow here once again. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a quick video of how to make a budget deck out of 3 Link Strike starter decks. I know there's been some out there, but I'm going to give my take on it. First up, of course, 3 Link Slayer. His job, simple. Just like Thrasher, Photon Thrasher. Special summon from your hand to the field if you control no monsters. However, he's got one bonus over Thrasher, is that he's a walking Twin Twister. You can discard up to 2 cards, and he will destroy that many spell trap cards on the field. He's also a level 5, just like Cyber Dragon. So, he's here to help get them special summons out, because links are all about spamming. So this deck has to spam quickly on the field to get to your link monsters, which are going to be some of the heavy beaters of your deck. Next, we're going to have 3 Ram Clouder. Some people put this guy at 2. There's no reason. Put him at 3. He can be discarded if you have too many in your hand. What he does is he tribute a monster other than himself, of course, and then target one Cyberse monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only use him once a turn, but that's okay. You're going to use him to get your stuff back from the graveyard. Mainly your Cyberse monsters, so you can go into stuff like Honeybot and your Deco Talker. Next up, of course, standard 3 Draconet. This guy, when he's normal summoned, and that's the important thing, people, you gotta remember, he's gotta be normal summoned to get his effect. He can special summon 1 level 2 or lower normal monster from the hand or your deck. Excuse me. That's important. He's one of your key points to get Honeybot, who can only use 2 Cyberse monsters. Now, what a lot of people don't explain is that it can be any level 2 or lower normal monster. It does not have to be a Cyberse monster. So, in the future, you can probably put him in the, the World Chalice, from this, because a couple of their cards are level 2 normal monsters. So, that's that in the future. Next up, 3 Bitron. You can cut this down to 2. I've been playtesting it, both 2 and 3. It really doesn't matter. I seem to have a bit more success with Bitron. Because you can use him to go into Link Spider, especially with another normal. So it's not that bad. The pros outweighs the con on having 3 of him. Next, mentioned it before, 1 single Photon Thrasher. I was going to have him at 2, but playtesting realizes, not a good idea. I'd rather have the Link Slayer, because of the Cyberse effect. So, 1 of him. 3, Evil Swarm, Mandragoria. This card's simple. If your opponent has more monsters than you, get special summon from the hand. Okay, this is going to be pretty simple. If they board wiped your ass and you have a monster like, say, a Ram Clouder, and you can't get him out, you can special summon this, bring up your Ram Clouder. Saves your ass. Then you can tribute off Mandragora, bring back a Cyberse monster, and go into Honeypot, whatever you need to do. Another thing, it helps stay on the board, which is what this deck has to do. Another thing that helps stay on the board, 3 Marauding Captains. I don't know why people put this at 1 or 2. You're not doing it for the protection effect. A lot of these guys aren't warriors anyway, so but you need to spam. You need to get your links out if you're going to run this kind of a deck with just 3 decks, structure decks. You need to spam. Get 3 Marauding Captains out there. Bite the bullet. Yeah, there's the 3rd one. And just bite the bullet. Get him out there and get your links up and running. Next, we have 2 Mr. Shell Dragons and a 2000 beater normal monster. You can use it to get Link Spider out, start your Link runnings. You could bump this up to 3 if you want. I got him at 2 right now because testing proves it's just a little bit easier, because I'm trying to make this a spammer and get the links out. Next up, here's where I'm going different from other people. 1 Beast King Barbaros. He's a 1900 beater. 100 more than this guy. But if you tribute 3, only he can, well, he's an 8-star, but if you normal summon him as like a level 4, he gets 1900 attack. So he's 1900 beater, 100 less than this guy. But the only real reason I'm running him is his real effect is if you tribute 3 monsters to tribute summon him, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. So he's a board wiper if need be. Next up, Sangan, 1 Sangan. Yes, you can have him at 3. I'm running him at 1. He can search out a lot of your guys in the deck. Anyone that's 1500 and below is going to search. That is your Cyber Draconet, Bitron, Marauding Captain. Can't get Mandragora because she's a 1550. And then you can get the next 3 cards in the deck to your hand. Now remember, he's been changed. So once you get the thing to your hand, you can't, whatever card you get to your hand, you can't use it that turn. Next up, for some stall, in case shit goes south real quick, 1 Marshmallow. Yeah, set him, can deal 100 damage. He's a wall for a little bit. Most cards nowadays can get rid of him. But he's just at 1 just so you can stall. You need stall power, so you can get him. Next up, for hand traps, 1 for Scarecrow. Okay, again, for when shit goes south. If he's going to open up for a direct attack your opponent, just discard him straight to the graveyard. Solemn Strike can't stop him. Because he's not going to be special summoning to the field. He's an Earth, so Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, Light Imprisoning Mirror is not going to affect him. So he's going to at least protect you for a damn turn. Because not only does he negate the attack that's coming at you, he'll end the battle phase automatically, so it saves you a turn. Next up, last of the hand traps, Effect Veiler. Yes, there's better ones out there. However, Effect Veiler is going to negate an effect because you're going to go up against a lot of effect monsters. That's the one downside about this deck. You don't have anything to really help stop against effect monsters. But, hey, it's a starter deck. Still pretty good. So, we're going to go quickly on to the spells. Destruction. 2 Dark Holes. I need to explain that there. 2 Mystical Stasis Typhoons. Granted, you have an MST walking on legs, but there's going to be times you're going to get your own removal out there without costing yourself a card. It's free. Next up, little tech of my own. The United We Stand. You ought to run it at 3. This gives you the equipped monster 800 attack and defense for each face-up monster you control, including itself. So, what I call this, it's a spamming deck. So, every monster is 800, whoever this is equipped to. Put it to your Decode Talker. Not only is going to pump his ass up later when I show you, but with who we link to, but you're going to pump him up with an extra 800 on that. Plus, I'll talk about that more when I get to Decode Talker. Next, 2 Forbidden Lances. Target a face-up monster on the field, drop their ass by 800 attack, but they're unaffected by effects of other spells and trap cards. This has helped your people to survive. When someone goes into attack, flip this thing, drop there by 800, you're good to go. If you need to keep your guy alive, hit him, neg him 800, you might be able to survive the round. Next up, 1 Book of Moon. It's at 1 right now. My guess is probably going to go to 3 here in the future. Reason being, you can't Book of Moon link monsters no matter where they're at on the field, even in the extra deck. The extra monster zone or the normal monster zone, they can't go face down. But you can Book of Moon something for right now to take them out of the link, or if something's going to come beat your ass down, flip that bastard to face down, take them out of the fight. And you can take care of them next round. Alright, here's up with the traps, and this is where I split with a lot of people, so pay attention. Dark Bribe, you know why I love this card. I wanted it at 3, but I gotta cut it down to 2 just to make consistency run. What it is, when a opponent activates a spell or trap card is activated, your opponent draws 1 card. Also negate the spell and trap activation. If you do, destroy it. Basically, say your opponent activates their Book of Moon or a Dark Hole, activate Dark Bribe. You automatically negate this Book of Moon to get to draw a card, but if you're wanting to save your fucking people, it's a good little cost. Also helps if you're going in for an all-in attack. There's no reason you're going to run into the Mirror Force. Fuck it. Run Dark Bribe. It's one of my favorite cards since it's been out. Next up, and it's also defense. You know, I like to call defense. Defend yourself. Next up, to help negate and also for some defense. Fiendish Chain, 2 of them. We all know what it does. Target an effect monster on the field, negates its effect with a face-up monster while it's on the field, and it cannot attack. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. A little bit better than the effect there, but it's a little bit slower. Next up, to call the Haunted, again to help for spam. To pull back Beast King Barbaros, bring back a Link monster. Anything you need to pull out to either finish off an opponent or to protect yourself. That's what it's here for. Next up, for protection, 1 compulsory evacuation device. Also, protection. Well, here, what it does is it sends 1 monster on the field back to the owner's hand. Protection again, 1 Mirror Force. I wanted to put this at 2, but I gotta cut it down and make this thing go burst for speed. So, we all know what Mirror Force does. Opponent declares attack, flip this baby over, destroy all its face-up attack position monsters. Next up, 1 Bob Strap Hole. I believe this is still just at 1. Excellent, gonna help you out, no explanation there. Next, Torrential Tribute. Don't see a lot of people using this anymore. But it's a quick, oh my god, get my ass out of fucking trouble card. So, granted you don't want to, you know, nuke your own monsters, but hey, no problem. Next up, real quick, 3 Link Spiders. It's a Link 1. Takes 1 normal monster. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from your hand to your zone this card points to. So you use this up, goes into your extra monster zone. It's pretty much an extra monster zone only monster. Don't bother putting in your main monster zone. Get him out. You can put 1 level 4 right down here. That's plain. He helps you spam. Talk more later. Next up, 3 Honeybots. This is one of our ones that require certain so we're getting certain things. 2 cyber responses. 2 plus cyber response. Excuse me. Getting ahead of myself. 2 cyber monsters. Neither player can target monsters this card points to with card effects, and those monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Points here, points here. Pretty much, Honeybot is meant to go with Link Spider. Then once summon that little bastard out, put this bitch underneath him, you can protect everyone that's next to him. It's a Link 2, so it's always going to take 2 monsters. They have to be cyber monsters, remember that. Next, for one of the biggest heavy hitters in our deck, probably pretty much what the whole deck is built around, is Decode Talker. Okay, again, cyber monster, League monster, there's point there, and there, so your opponent's going to get a free zone, so make sure you watch yourself, and remember the ruling, you can't use your opponent's monsters for his effect. You can get the power boost off him, but you can't tribute him off. So now you basically, your opponent has no fear putting someone in that point zone. In the air zone, sorry. And you got here and here. These are 2 plus effect monsters. Gains 500 attack for each monster it points to. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a monster or monsters you control, and this is a quick effect, you contribute 1 monster this card points to. Negate the activation if you do destroy that card. So everyone he links to, he's not only power boosting, but he's going to use them for his effect. Now, he's a 2 plus effect monsters. He's a Link 3. You must have 3 links. Okay, we should all know about link summoning by now. So the minimum you're going to have to do, Honeybot and Link Spider are 1 Honeybot and 1 effect monster. Or 2 Link Spiders and an effect monster. You have to have 3. He has to equal 3, a total of 3 for the Link. And an update with Link monsters. Their value is either their Link value or 1. Nowhere in between. So, go to use the Link for Decode Talker as a cost. He can either be Link 3 or Link 1. So, for example, with that damn Fire Dragon, Or if you want to use another, say he's incapacitated somehow, and you want to make another Deku Talker, and you need 2 effect monsters, you can use him and a fucking honeypot. For Link 2, he can become a Link 1, becomes 3 links for the total, and you can use him. Alright. So, this, as I said, this guy's your main attacker. You're always going to want to protect him. He can protect himself, but everything else is built to either protect him or help his ass out. Spamming with 3. Best thing you probably have would be nice. Would be Honeybot and him connected, and she's protecting whoever's next to her. Once you say you don't have Honeybot, say you've made him. Here's your Marauding Captain. And fuck it, we'll just put an Evil Swarm. Okay? He's boosted no matter what. This boost is what you want. Throw in. So, these 2 links here, say you don't have no one here. These boost him by 1,000 total. Both of them are 500 each. So he's got 3,300 attack. Okay. 800 for each. 16, 2,400 extra attack, including himself. Remember, you can still technically count him. So, you had 33 plus the extra 24. What is that? 50. I think that's 57. I'm doing real quick math here. Sorry, guys. So that's a 5,700 beater. That can't be put in defense mode. That can't be flipped face down. He's a real threat. And I don't see anyone explaining that in these videos. That's why Unity stands so good in this deck. And that's why it's at 3. That's also why we have Dark Bride in this deck. We gotta keep it protected. Same way with Effect Veiler and Phoenix Chain. So, he's our main boss monster. That's pretty much what we got in this deck for him. So, that's why. So yeah, some people are going to look down on him right now. Oh, he's not that good. We got Firewall Dragon. We got the other one. So much can power us up and beat the fuck out of people. He's good. He protects himself as long as there's someone linked. So, what do you think? I don't have a side deck, guys. I don't usually do sideboards. It's to each your own. There's no synchros in here because there's none in the deck. So you can do a lot to boost his ass up. So this is technically a viable deck. Would I take it to a regionals? Probably not. You can get the Summit streamlined pretty damn good. You can actually, I'll do another video. Because you can probably buy just a few packs of Code of the Duelist, which I did, and we're going to upgrade this a little bit. Right. That's it for this one. You guys take care. Go down below, like, dislike, and subscribe. As always, you guys take care, and I will see you all next time.